right, we are at the area of Lagos State, and I have one of the electorates that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
All right, we are at the polling unit 003, which is the Sonya Grammar School located in the Suru area of Lagos State, and I have one of the electorates that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
All right, so tell us your voting experience. How was it like voting?
Voting as I'm on Nigeria, I supposed to vote. You can see the thing where they go.
So tell us, how was it like? Did they attend to you properly, and how was it like in that place?
We felt good now. Everything they easy, no problem, no real boss.
So what are you looking forward to seeing in the next future? What do you want to be done differently in this local government?
I want to make Nigeria better now, more than that. Simple.
All right, he wants Nigeria to be better, and Nigeria will be better.
See my butter stand there. See my butter stand there. See my butter stand there.
All right, good morning, Nigerians. Of course, it's another beautiful morning right here on the streets of Lagos. And as always, Voice of the People Television will give you the opinion of Nigerians on whatever is trending on different issues in the country. And of course, today is the Lagos State local government election slated across all the local government areas and the local council development areas in Lagos State. And right here, we are at the polling unit 003, which is the Sonya Senior Grammar School, located in the Koka-Aguda local government area of the state. Of course, I'll be speaking with some stakeholders in this area. I will also be speaking with the presiding officer in a jiffy. But right here, I have with me, of course, a stakeholder in this area. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, so we know that today is the local government election. Tell us your name first and your role in this local government.
Okay. My name is Yusuf Adebayo Martins, Esquire. I'm the chairman of the CDA for Pentagon CDA. This place is a Sonya Grammar School. It's part of my CDA. And we are here just to monitor what is going on with the election.
All right, so regards the election, you told us that you're the CDA chairman. Tell us about security. We know that the Lasiec chairperson has told us that in every polling unit, there will be at least 4 security personnel. Tell us the provision for security to ensure that this voting is not rigged.
You can see by yourself, there are 4 security men here, policemen, monitoring the place, and I believe by the grace of God, so far so good. From all the places I've inspected, there's no security breaches anywhere. The security arrangement is superb. So far so good. The security arrangement is superb. Very, very okay.
All right, so tell us, in terms of voting, what do you want Nigerians or the people of Suru should do rightly in terms of voting, especially as it relates to the local government election in this part of the state?
They should vote for candidates of their choice. The people should vote for a candidate of their choice. People that they think they can talk to, that can do the little things that they needed to do for them. This is a city local government. We don't have much. Anybody who becomes the chairman of this area doesn't have much to do. We have road, we have street light, we have most of the things. But you can see the drainage, for example. Yeah. You can see it by yourself. This is a secondary school. You can see the pond of water in the premises. Yeah. You can see the pond of water in the premises. All these pond can be a breeding space for mosquitoes, for germs, for everything. It's not good for the student. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for the environment. These are the little things that the council should be doing in this area. Because in other areas, the council provide water, they provide road. But by the grace of God, we have road, we have light, we have most of those things. But these are the small things that they hoped to be doing for us. And I believe the new whoever will come as a chairman will be able to do that effectively for the need of the general public of Kokaguda SCDA.
Thank you so much. All right, we also have other people that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir. Let's get to meet you, your name and your role.
Okay, my name is Abiodun Kendi, and I'm the General Secretary of the CDA that covers this area. I'm also a council nominee, as you can see, from the Kokaguda SCDA. So our own this thing is to oversee what is going on. I've been here very early in the morning, and I've casted my own votes there. And we have other people, and I think it's been very free, been very fair and free. There is no any kind of riot. You can see we have the police officials around. The INEC people came on time, and we have started as early as I think to 8 we started. I mean around 8 or so we started, and I have done my own, and I think it's going on flawlessly.
All right, so what do you want to see differently in this local government election?
What see differently at what we expect from
Yes,
the people.
from anyone that is being nominated.
Yeah, those being nominated or those that will come in, which we know, we are expecting them to do more. In actual fact, they've been trying, those have been there, but we want them to do more, you see, in terms of facilities in the community. Look at the drainage situation. Here, being flooded, I think that's one of the areas we're looking at, the drainage, so that all these, the water channels will be free, so that when rain comes, it will not flood all the places. Now, we are expecting that. And also some other things, infrastructures in the community. They should ensure that that is available for people. And all those are the things we are expecting from them.
All right, thank you so much for speaking to us. We would also like to speak with the presiding officer, but as you can see, this is the place where the electorate will of course come to cast their votes. The residents of Kokaguda local government area, we can see the sign of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission saying elections to the 20 local governments and 37 local council development area polling zone. Then we have the voting procedure written here, and this is also how to vote as stipulated by Lasiec. Lasiec is the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, and of course that is having the list of all registered voters, that is people that are accredited to vote as this specific unit. All right, so I have with me a presiding officer that would like to speak to us. She has been busy since, but of course she would like to speak to us. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, so can I just... Yeah. All right, so I know you're on duty and I won't like to take majority of your time. Tell us about arriving here. Were you guys on time? How was it like?
Yeah, we got here on time, exactly at 7:30. Yeah, so we started voting by 8.
Which was the stipulated time by the last year?
Yes, 8.
All right. So tell us, what are the modus or what are the things that you are trying to ensure that this vote is not rigged and that people come to make sure that they vote their right candidates?
We make sure they are voting through their card. We check their card. We make sure they are the one. Yeah, they are PVC. So we make sure they are the one voting. So that's just
it. So it means somebody cannot forge PVC?
Not at all. You can't forge. It's not possible. You can't forge PVC. All
right. So tell us, for somebody that is less educated or somebody that is not probably literate, what are the things you are trying to do to ensure that they understand the voting pattern?
Yeah, we direct them on what to do. When they come, I check their card. After checking their card, give them the, what's it called? The booklets. Then we show them how to vote. Yeah.
And you don't suggest political parties for them?
No. We tell them the one they want to vote for. If it's APC, if it's PDP, if it's, what's it called, LP, they can go ahead and vote for their choice.
Yes. I know there are lots of political parties on the ballot. Can you just show us? Yes. Thank you.
We have APC here, we have LP, and we have PDP.
Yes.
So there are just 3 parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell us, for persons with disabilities or pregnant women or aged people, what are the specific provisions that you have put in place as a presiding officer and as a poll clerk?
Okay. Yeah, we've put in place for them. They have a special place We don't add them to the other people. They have a special place. We attend to them first before we attend to the other people. That's just it.
So there are special considerations for persons with...
Yes, special.
All right. Let's get to meet you, your name and your role.
My name is Yemi Jennifer Fakshao, and I'm presiding officer.
For
Ward
three.
for Ward 3.
Yeah.
Koka Aguda, Sonia Koka Aguda.
Thank you so much. All right, I also have the poll clerk here. She's also doing a great job, fantastic job. And I don't want to actually commend them because what we've heard from people so far is that they are attending to them properly in these polling units. The reverse might be the case in some other polling units, but from some of the electorates, we know they have been. So let's hear from you, your name and your role.
My name is Vida Adono.
Okay, your role?
I'm a poll clerk.
Okay, so tell us what you are doing basically here.
To check the voter's card and to make sure that the number on the voter's card is the number that is with me here. Yeah.
Okay, so for somebody that is not well literate or not well educated, how do you properly tell the person the right guideline?
That's why we are here. So we are here to direct the person to know what to do and to know where they are dropping their paper after the thumbprint.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic job. All right, it's also left for Lagosians to decide who to vote for at the polls. Of course, that is the polling unit, and this is the ballot box. And this ballot box asks the name Lasiec. That's the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission. Like she said, there are different political parties listed on the ballot. And of course, we can see heavy security presence here. And like I did mention earlier, the Lasiec chairperson told us that at every polling unit, there will be at least 4 security personnel. And this place is not an exception because we have different personnel here, security personnel. And of course, in the front as well, while we are coming in, there were also some security personnel and that were here. Mommy, good morning, ma. You came to vote, right? All right, so tell us your voting experience, ma. How was it like voting today? Yorùbá. Okay, báwo ni ẹ wá dìbò lénìí? Báwo ni ètò yìí ṣe lọ fún yín? Báwo ni short attend sí yín dáadáa?
Àwọn attend wa dáadáa, ètò yẹn dẹ̀ ń lọ ní wọ̀rọ̀wọ̀rọ̀, àrí wàhálà kò sí kankan.
So kí lẹ́yìn fẹ́ kọ́ ṣe? What do you want them to do differently? What do you want the council chairman or anybody that is elected, what do you want them to do differently for electorate?
Tí councillor ṣe tí wọ́n kì í chairman ṣe, kàn ṣe dáadáa sí àdúgbò náà ni, kàn dẹ̀ tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́, kàn ṣe nǹkan tó tọ́ tó yẹ.
All right. So we'll continue to monitor these developments closely and provide you with further updates as the situation unfolds.
All right, there you have it. One of the polling units in Suru, where our correspondent Matthew Ogunswada was reporting from, or is reporting from. You would see from that particular footage there, you would uncover as well that there were no relatively Nigerians who went out to vote. So, I mean, this is just the situation right now in some polling units as we get those reports. Well, we bid you welcome to the Lagos State Government Election, Local Government Election 2025 studios right here in Voice of the People TV. Of course, we told you before we came on air that we'll be giving you sights and sounds of almost all of the local government areas where elections in Lagos State are being held. But I'm not alone this beautiful morning. I have my colleague here who also will be doing, of course, a bit of the talk with me. Welcome, Chioma, once again.
Thank you so much, David. My name is Chioma Innocent. We just want to bring you the Lagos State local government elections today. Of course, we're Voice of the People. We will give you more than a voice. So for those of you who are not going out to vote today, even if you've gone to vote, you're back. Even if you're yet to go, we are here to bring you the update so that you know exactly what is happening across Lagos State today. The Nigerian police actually announced a curfew from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. It was adjusted from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you can understand the reason why you're not allowed to move today until 3 p.m. I would implore you, if you're not already planning to do that, please go out, use your PVCs to make a statement so that you can hold the government accountable when they're not doing what you elected them for. Our correspondent Matthew Oguswada brought us live updates from Surulere. David, one thing I noticed from Surulere to Ifakojaye to Ikosi, Sherry, and most of the places we've been getting updates from this morning. You can see the polling unit agents, you can see the security agents, but where are the voters?
Huge question there. We have about 20 local government areas and, of course, 37 LCDAs in the same state. And, well, voting is supposed to be happening around those axes. But again, this is a conversation that we'll be having in the studios this beautiful morning. Just in case you just tuned in, it is the Lagos State Local Government Election Studios, Election 2025 studio that we've opened up right here on Voice of the People Television. And of course, we have with us this beautiful morning, joining us to also help analyze some of the reports that we get on the street is Barrister Darlington Agumo, who is Voice of the People TV's in-house political affairs analyst, and of course, a legal practitioner right here in Nigeria. Barrister, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, David and crew. How are you?
Fine, very well, thank you. How are you doing, Barrister?
I'm okay.
All right. Well, Barrister, looking at what we are experiencing right now in some parts of Lagos, voters' turnout seem to be very, very low. From your perspective, what do you think is the reason for these low turnout of voters?
Yeah, David, in fact, you cannot really blame Lagosians because over the years, elections in Lagos State have been characterized with violence. It's on record. And nobody has been able to curb this violence over the years. Nobody has been prosecuted. Nobody has been dealt with. And so when this local government election was coming up and you hear all manner of threats, you go to social media, you hear all manner of threats by people that are well known to the government of Lagos State. People that they can identify, people they can even see, issuing all the threats, and nobody called them to order. Nobody even issued a statement against these violent threats. What do you expect the people to do? That is the reason. Voter apathy, voter apathy. Meanwhile, the government have not done anything to at least encourage the people to come out and vote their own persons. In fact, David, go back to the primaries to this local government election. Go back. The actual candidate that the people wanted, we are not even given the chance to take part in the primary.
You're talking about the ruling party now?
Yes, in Lagos State, yes, APC.
Okay.
I mean, this is APC state. So, when you could not allow free and fair primary, is it in the proper election that you are going to allow free and fair election? These are the reasons why people are staying put in their house or in their homes, because they believe that as usual, they have done it how they normally do it. Well, why break your head?
Well, interestingly, Barrister, you did mention the parts where some people threaten voters as against the conversation that this is also going to be a free, fair, credible election. In fact, interestingly, just this week, one of the councillorship candidates of the African Action Congress, that's Suru's party, one of the candidates in the Koshofe local government area.
He was with us, yeah.
Was with us. I know you were there at the studio.
Yeah, I was there.
And he did allege that there are some level of threats to life to candidates of opposition parties. And of course, the tear down of some posters of opposition. Looking at these kind of conversations surrounding our political space, Barrister, do you think that this also attributes to the low level of turnouts that we're experiencing in some of these local government areas?
I mean, it's obvious. People are now wary. If only those who did this in the past were reprimanded or brought to book, at least it will give people confidence that, yes, government will take care if anything happens. But over the years, it has been happening. And we didn't see government to take action against these political talks and violent makers, because they just sit down and create problems where there should be none. You know why this worries me most? this is Lagos State, the center of excellence. If you cannot get ordinary local government election and primary proper, if you cannot do it the proper way, then what is the excellency here? Can somebody tell me? Other states should be copying from Lagos the good things they have done with the election, with politics, with democracy. But you can see that the opposite is the case here. Every election period, there must be violence in this state. Why? Why? Okay. So you can't blame the people. A time will come, David, when you will talk of election in Lagos State, people will just sit down. I'm not joking. The INEC chairman or Lasiec, or INEC staff and Lasiec staff will just come, sit down until the period is over. They will close their this thing and go home.
But Barrister, wouldn't that amount to surrendering our strength and voices as a people?
Do you know the worry here? Even when you want to exercise your right, and something happens, they will blame you. They will not blame those who threaten you, those who cause the violence. To make matters worse, the police and army will be present when these things are going on. I can't forget what happened the last election. When police were guarding political talks and they were tearing ballot boxes, carrying it. Police was behind them. And when we asked them, one of them said the man who was talking was joking. The other one asked us, what do you expect us to do when we don't even carry a stick? And that was why police was watching, why crime was being committed.
Barrister, wouldn't that speak to the fact that the police are not properly equipped for elections like this? Owing to the fact that, yes, there have been these kind of situations of ballot boxes being carted away.
Please, David, don't really blame the police. They are acting according to others. A neutral police will not sit by and watch people commit crime. Most time, it is the ruling party that are doing all these things. And when the opposition want to resist, the police will not even arrest the people that are committing this crime. Rather, they will look for the opposition to harass them.
The Barrister, when this police is not equipped to handle such crime that is being committed with sophisticated weapon, because I would recall as well the last 2023 election in one of the units where I was at the time, and of course reporting, there was some political talks in a bus that came in shooting sporadically, and of course the police that was attached to that unit did not carry a gun. So how can they manage that situation?
I don't believe that these things can happen without the collaboration of security agencies. It's not possible. Their primary duty is to protect the citizens against some of these hoodlums and rascals. So if they are fed on that particular responsibility, are you telling me that I should excuse them? When they were coming into a matter like this, are they not supposed to be well equipped? So if they have been disarmed and told not to even do anything, as long as the anointed boys are doing their thing, then why should the police allow such a thing to happen? If I'm going into an election that is known to be violent and I'm not giving all that I need, I will say I'm not going to do that duty. Yes, I will resist it. That's the truth.
As much as we want to encourage the police to actually do the best that we can, we will not expect that they will be sent to a polling unit and they will refuse to go. But let's look at the level of preparedness, or the level of security we are seeing across polling units in Lagos today. Thankfully, there's been no reports of violence. We hope that it will continue this way. But 4 policemen per polling unit, is that actually enough to curb or ward off any violence that's happening? Or should we not even expect anything like that, seeing as most candidates with their posters being torn off? In fact, if you've noticed all around Lagos, is one particular party whose posters are more prominent than others. So would you be surprised if the ruling party sweeps not just majority, say all of the votes in Lagos today?
I would not be surprised. I will not be surprised going by what happened during the primaries. Up to today, there are litigation over that primary, where candidates were just selected and imposed as the winner. So, is it the election proper that those who are behind this thing will now lay down their guard? They will make sure that those that they have already appointed are the people that will win the election. So, what is the essence?
Well,
I am saying that, look, the police have a duty, primary duty, to make sure that things are done normally. Because, look, if you're a police officer and under your watch a crime is being committed and you give one reason or the other, it is diminishing your personality. It is diminishing your status as a security officer. That is why police are not respected anymore. When you are watching area boys, agberos, political thugs, wielding gun, shooting in your presence as a police officer, and you just dismiss it as nothing, then what are you doing?
All right, Barrister, let's talk to the part of INEC and preparedness towards the election. We are getting reports that some interesting drama is happening at Ikosi Sherry LCDA as officials were stranded and walking to the polling units carrying election materials.
Isn't that a recipe for disaster? You know, wouldn't it be easier if political thugs wanted to attack them, to just attack them if they are not stationed at the polling unit where they're supposed to be? Lasiec told us they were very prepared for these elections, but with what we are seeing, what does that speak to their level of preparedness? Or is it that adequate funds were not allocated, or these funds were not adequately distributed?
We are saying that there should be level playing field, whether it is your stronghold or not. Because all this thing about it is our strong area, our political opponent, they have a strong base here. Therefore, we are going to make things difficult for them. This is not how this democracy is done, where we copied it from. Please, for God's sake, we should be moving forward. All this crude idea, this place, it is my opponent that are here. This place, in fact, what kind of thing is that? Well, they are all negotiants, for God's sake. They are all negotiants. Everybody should be treated equally. Level playing field. Don't say, because my opponents, there are many here, we are going to lose weight. Therefore, make it difficult. In fact, don't allow any this thing to come to any official. They should come by 1 o'clock. You know? This is rubbish.
Are you insinuating that this is a ploy by the government of the day to disenfranchise some voters? Is that what you're saying by this?
It has been their modus operandi, David. Don't be deceived. We have seen it happen over and over again. It is their modus operandi. That is just the truth. All these other places that the voters are voting and everything is going smoothly, what happened? Are they not part of Lagos State? Why would some people be trekking to their polling unit now? I mean the officials, Lasiec officials, by this time of the day. You mean if the voters wait and they didn't see anybody, will they continue to wait when you didn't give them seat to sit down? That is the idea. These things are deliberately orchestrated because that has been the modus operandi. If it is happening for the first time, we say, okay, maybe this one is a happenstance. But we have seen it over and over again. And nobody has said, no, this thing is wrong. This is not how to go. If you want to win in a free and fair manner. It's as simple as that. You have done your primaries and you did all you did. Why not allow a level playing field so that other opponents of the ruling party will participate in the election in a free and fair manner?
Okay, well, Barrister, again, I want to come to the part of litigation that you mentioned earlier. You said, according to some quarters, in the primaries, there were some discrepancies that has led to strong litigations in court. Do you think in the nearer days, even after this election, there might be some turnaround when it comes to court decision? And then what is the implication of having these kind of litigation from the primaries before the election?
In fact, unfortunately, it shows that we have not... in fact, we're a toddler when it comes to democracy. After 25 years, going 22 years of unbroken democracy according to them. It is not how far, but how well. That's what we are looking at here. Look at other smaller African countries that are not even up to us. Look at where they are. Look at where they are. The last election in Ghana, we covered it here. Is that not true?
Right.
Voters were voting and going to their businesses. In fact, a polling unit was in front of one woman's shop in Ghana. People were voting while she was doing her trade there. We saw it all here. We reported it all here. How come ordinary local government election in Lagos State everywhere was on lockdown? David. People are going to lose 10 hours today because of local government local. How can you tell me that we are making progress with this kind of behavior? You see police, army. In fact, I don't know why they have not called the people in heaven to come and man the checkpoints and polling unit because of local government election. Come, are you telling me that if politicians were to tell their people, sit down at home, we don't want any violence, all of them, will there be violence? Will you be anticipating any violence? No. But because they know themselves. Among all these checkpoints and all these people you call agents, political party agents, when the chiefs are down, they will turn to talks. So why all this anticipation of violence in a local government election? Why? You mean we have been reduced to this level, Nigerians? You have seen where your politicians have reduced you to, that you must get whatever you want through violence. That is the meaning. That is the psychological effect they have given you over the years. Why must everything be prone to violence in Nigeria? Ordinary local government election and everywhere is on. This is the commercial nerve center of Nigeria on lockdown for 10 hours today. 10 hours. Because local government election is being conducted, and you are telling me that we are part of the human race.
But Barrister, don't you think the local government election is a starting point of getting it right politically in the country? And of course, looking at the economic implication of having a local government that is functional.
So, you mean how to get it right is with this lockdown, Abi? I just gave you examples of other African countries where the main election was conducted and nobody knew that election was going on. No lockdown. So the best way to get it right, David, is for you to be on lockdown for 10 hours because of a local government election.
But don't you think, Barrister, our elections are a bit peculiar to us as against the other people election that you mentioned?
What is peculiar here? David,
sir,
in the first place, you have violated my rights. My freedom of movement, which is guaranteed in the Constitution, you have violated it.
Well, one could say it's for our own safety, it's for the safety of Lagosians, just in case any issue, anarchical issue, violence breaks out. So you don't have a lot of people running around, in such situations.
I am asking you again, these other people that conduct the elections in a free and fair manner, devoid of violence, please, are they not part of the human race? Are they not human beings? If our politicians copy the same thing and introduce it here, will anybody break any head?
Nigerians, we're very special people. We have a way we do our own things that's peculiar to us, even though it's usually not the best way. But let's still look at some of the situations happening in certain units.
That's why we should advocate that we don't want this type of behavior in our electoral system. It is reducing us. It is making us look less than animals.
But who is going to enforce it? That's the question. The best Nigerians can do is to shout and scream and talk on social media. Is it not the government that will still enforce it?
No, the person that will enforce it is you and I. When we cry out and say we don't want this, let the people concerned do the needful, especially politicians at all levels.
All the times Nigerians have cried out, what happened?
I expect Lagos State to lead in this crusade, that there should be no election where Lagos State will be on lockdown. Yes, let Lagos State lead it. That there should be no election in Nigeria, either primary or whatever, or even local government, or no election should be conducted in Lagos, where Lagos State will be on lockdown.
Do you think people
Can't
will
lead it?
be more prepped to go to the polls if they are allowed to go about their normal businesses? Maybe instead of sitting at home, they will be like, oh, I didn't want to vote before, but now that I'm outside, let me just bring my PVC along, cast my vote and go.
You see, voter education is that what we are talking about?
Right.
If the people know that they can go and vote in a free and fair election, vote their own candidate, David, would they be very happy and very proud to go and do it? Would they? These other places where these things are happening, and I keep giving examples. Why can't we copy good things outside here?
So, Barrister, how can we correct this abnormality that you've mentioned right now in terms of political electoral reforms? How do we get it right from your perspective?
You see, the laws are there, especially in the Electoral Act against violence. But who is enforcing it? In fact, it's even against the law of the Electoral Act that you should not even carry money to the polling units.
Right.
It's there. But you see police, with people, party agents carrying money, inducing people, and nobody's being arrested. In fact, the last election, INEC chairman was told to bring those who committed electoral infractions. The man simply looked the other side until the court threatened the contempt of court against him. Yet nothing. The government in power did not even say, look, Mr. Chairman, we don't want this thing. It's giving us a bad name. Obey the Electoral Act. Obey court order. Is that not incumbent on the ruling government to say, look, as long as you are in charge, any infraction is against us. Don't bring us bad name. And next chairman, obey what the court say. Bring those who committed these electoral infractions. But because most of them are members of the ruling government, they refuse to bring them. I know if it is the other side, that day, they won't even allow the court to rule before they pack all of them and go and give the court. You can see where we are. So this is we are suffering is man-made. People deliberately sit down and create problem for Nigeria. And when the thing escalates, they will start playing, it is our nature. It is the way things are done here. We are not supposed to follow the world. We are not supposed to do things the right way.
That still speaks to the weakness of our institutions. Wouldn't you say that the way INEC at the national level conducts elections is what the state electoral commissions are also learning from, so that we have these kind of situations happening during elections?
It is because the ruling party mostly, they are the chief culprit here. They are the chief culprit. Let me give you one example to tell you that it is the people that create this, especially politicians, for their own selfish interest. When there was a ruling during Obasanjo era between P2B and Andy Oba in Anambra, the court ruled against Andy Oba that he did not win that he should leave the government house. But because of the influence of Obasanjo, Andy Oba stayed put. This thing was going on until Yar'Adua was now, took office. He took office from Obasanjo. Immediately Yar'Adua came in. He ordered Andy Oba to vacate the government house within 24 hours. And it was carried out, in fact, without any hesitation. In fact, Andy Oba was in a hurry to leave Oka government house when Obi was coming in. They passed themselves on the way. Please, David, is that not leadership? Tell me. Remember, Andy Oba is a PDP person. Yar'Adua is a PDP person. And Obi was coming from another party.
Well, Barrister,
you can see what we are talking about.
Well, again, Barrister, one conversation that comes to bear is the part of electoral reforms that I mentioned earlier. It's on the part of the legislative. Do you think that our legislators are doing what needs to be done to making sure that we have a very strong electoral reforms? For instance, the part of the beavers on the national level now are not working. Is it a possibility that we have these reforms enshrined as laws that we must use these electronic devices even if we have any kind of election, so that we can have some level of credibility when it comes to our elections? Speaking to the part of total electoral reforms, Barrister.
Look, David, they said too many cooks spoil the broth. when you add too much ingredient in your soup, that soup will become tasteless. Go and check. When you have added all manner of ingredients in a soup in order to make it sweet, that soup will become tasteless at the end of the day. Because the ingredients are so much, they are fighting for space in that pot of soup. What do I mean? Too many electoral provisions without implementation is the bane of Nigerian electoral system.
So you blame it now to implementation?
If we implement the ones we have today, I swear to Almighty God, we are going to have a very better election.
Who are we expecting to implement it? President Tinubu, this present legislature?
Good. The ruling party must make sure that things are done properly under their watch. The credit will go to them. Imagine if today we have a very good free and fair election under APC. Please, will it not be on record that it was under Tinubu and APC that Nigeria had a free and fair election where people went to vote without any encumbrances, without any hindrances, without any violence, no police, no army? Will it not be on record? Will you not remember that it was under his word that this has happened? And the county Tinubu do it by giving order down to the grassroots. Tell me, imagine with the position of Tinubu in this Lagos, if Tinubu were to say, look, this must not happen here, will it happen?
Barrister, the presidency has said that we had free and fair elections in the last election, which of course brought them into power. And to think that they also said that the president did lose his state in Lagos, so that as a yardstick credibly, according to the presidency, is a free and fair election. Don't you think so, Barrister?
What he told you, was it what you witnessed in Lagos? David, what he told you, was it what you witnessed? Tell me. Or have you forgotten one particular name, one particular man called MC Oluomo? And what he did? Did anybody call him to order? What he told you is not what happened. You and I know that. So why will you now take it as the truth? You know very well. Look at their primary election, which everybody saw in Lagos. Look at what happened. Primary. All these things that that have cost us our man hour today because of local government. Is it not because of what? Assumption of violence or anticipation of violence? Is that not the reason? If not, Lagosians should have been going about their businesses now. And people will still vote. Look, do you know that more voters will come out if they are thinking or if they have that impression that there will be free and fair election and that there will be no violence? Do you know that people will troop out to go and just vote and go to where they are going, knowing fully well that the vote they casted are in good hands?
All right then, Barrister. Well, let's let you know if you're just tuning in. It is the Lagos State Local Government Election 2025 studios right here on Voice of the People Television, where we, of course, bringing you sights and sounds from election happening in Lagos State, local government election happening in Lagos State, and we definitely promise that we'll be giving you all of those footages from our correspondents on the streets of Lagos. So that is what we'll be doing now. Let's take a breather, and of course let's bring you a situation report from some locations across Lagos. We hear that somewhere around the Solo, Yaba, Isheri, Osun axis of Lagos, there has been, of course, delayed material as a situation in some of these areas, and of course low turnout as well in some of these areas that I've mentioned. But let's let you see what is happening across some area.
Please, David, before you connect with the outside radio station,
right?
Today is lockdown. There is no full movement of vehicles everywhere. Is that not true?
Yes, there is.
How long will it take any vehicle to move from Lagos Island to mainland, to move from Yaba to even Ikorodu, with the free road, free movement, that these people don't have anything to convey their materials to them? Tell me, is there any go-slow on the road?
Well, Lasiec board will be answering to that, really, Barrister. Let's take footages from the streets in Lagos, of course, where elections are being held, the local government elections are being held.
Thank you.
Wàhálà tó ń fa káàkiri.
Go behind.
See my voters card there. Wàhálà lè kó máa fa ẹgbẹ́ ìwé ìwé ìjà káàkiri.
We are at the polling unit 003, which is the Sonia Grammar School located in the Surulere area of Lagos State. And I have one of the electorates that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
All right, so tell us your voting experience. How was it like voting?
Voting as I'm on Nigeria. I supposed to vote. You can see the thing where they go.
So tell us, how was it like? Did they attend to you properly, and how was it like in that place?
We felt good now. Everything they easy, no problem, no real boss.
Looking forward to seeing in the next future. What do you want to be done differently in this local government?
I want to make Nigeria better now, more than that. Simple.
Wàhálà tó ń fa káàkiri.
Go behind.
See my voters card there. Wàhálà lè kó máa fa ẹgbẹ́ ìwé ìwé ìjà káàkiri.
This is Mushi local government. Okay. This Mushi local government here in Mushi local government here in Lagos. I think a lot of them are preparing to go to the various polling units so that people can actually exercise their franchise today for Lagos local government election in Lagos. See, the officials, they are set to go, and I saw a place where they are casting their vote there. There's a place they are casting their vote. So yes, this is still Mushi local government. See, they are set to move to various units or polling unit. This is a place they are casting their vote here. They are casting their vote here, so you see it. Let me find out the polling unit. Okay, see people here. See, this is a queue. This is a queue here in Mushi. Let me find out the unit. Hello, madam. How is it? How is it going? Okay, what is this unit or polling unit? 042. Okay, this is 042 here in Mushi, very close to Mushi local government secretariat. The people are here exercising their franchise already, and the whole environment is very calm. It's very, very calm. There is no issue. The people are just exercising their franchise. So I think we wish it to be like this almost everywhere in Lagos. 042 Farman Avenue, very close to Mushi SCDA. They say this is Mushi local government. This is for the chairman. The yellow bus is for the chairman, and the blue, is it blue? Green. The green one is for the councillor. And you see our very, very respected senior citizen, visually impaired person, is being guided according to Lasiec. They say they can be assisted to cast their vote. The man is going to cast his vote now because yes, you may see someone that is accepted because is a person with visual issue, so he can be assisted for him to cast his vote. Okay. So no, don't worry. If you are looking, so it's being assisted by his son, and for him to be able to exercise his franchise. So if you are there, and if a visually impaired person can come and exercise their franchise, you are not casting your vote, then you are part of Nigeria problem. So you just have to come out here, and if you live around Mushi, Palm Avenue, and you have to come out and cast your vote. Anywhere you are, you have to go and exercise your franchise. This 042 Palm Avenue.
Silva, Ishayo, Yabode,
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà. Náà
ẹ̀hún náà ni owó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti ṣe mistake wọ́n gbé kínní
owó yẹn mo rí bọ́ọ̀lù correct ẹ̀wọ́ ẹ̀.
D for the goat. Silva, Ishayo, Yabode,
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà.
ẹ̀hún náà ni owó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti ṣe mistake wọ́n gbé kínní
owó yẹn mo rí bọ́ọ̀lù correct ẹ̀wọ́ ẹ̀.
D for the goat. Silva, Ishayo, Yabode,
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà.
ẹ̀hún náà ni owó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti ṣe mistake wọ́n gbé kínní
owó yẹn mo rí bọ́ọ̀lù correct ẹ̀wọ́ ẹ̀.
D for the goat. Silva, Ishayo.
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà.
ẹ̀hún náà ni owó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti ṣe mistake wọ́n gbé kínní
owó yẹn mo rí bọ́ọ̀lù correct ẹ̀wọ́ ẹ̀.
D for the goat. Silva, Ishayo, Yabode.
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà.
ẹ̀hún náà ni owó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti ṣe mistake wọ́n gbé kínní
owó yẹn mo rí bọ́ọ̀lù correct ẹ̀wọ́ ẹ̀.
D for the goat.
My name is Dr. Mr. Patiko.
Okay.
The director of National Research Agency in Lagos State.
Okay. What do you observe here? This is Mushi and Palm Avenue. I suspect that a lot of police are here. Even the EFCC came here to check, and I saw that they said that people are complying with the guideline or the rules and regulations.
Unfortunately, there seems to be some logistic problem. That is in terms of deployment of electoral materials and personnel. I have just spoken with the electoral officer and he said she has the largest number of polling units, 547 polling units, and that that has created a kind of difficulties, deployment of the material. But as at now, materials are being moved to the polling units so that election can begin. It can begin in earnest. I think so far so good. Election might start anytime from now in all the units in Mushi local government.
Thank you very much. The name once again?
Dr. Mustafa Adedeji, Director, Edwin Lagos State.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Tuko. And this is Palm Avenue in Mushi.
Lókè ọ̀sẹ̀ wa máa wá fọ́tò wa nù. Ọ̀gá àtàwọn akéwì báyìí láwa tẹ́lẹ̀ náà la máa wá sí ibà.
Well, there you have it. And those are the videos and footages from areas in Lagos State where the local government election is ongoing as we speak. Well, we bid you welcome again to the Lagos State Local Government Election Studio right here at Voice of the People Television. And of course, we still have with us Barrister Darlington Agumo, who would be helping us, x-ray some of the situations that we get as reports from our correspondents. Well, Barrister, interestingly, as it stands, one thing that seemed to be very visible in all of these locations that we've seen is low turnout that we've spoken about before. But another part that is visible is the fact that some local governments that we have people going out to vote, you only see the aged people coming out to vote, not the young people. What do you think could be attributed to these kind of turnouts?
You see, when some of us are talking, it may look as if we don't like a particular political party or persons. It is because of the problem they are created, David. Look, when you create a problem, you don't know how far it will go. You don't even know the implications until things like this begin to manifest. Go back to history. Was the electoral participation in Lagos like this? Please tell me if I'm wrong. Was it? Remember when Abiola and King Igbe was the presidential candidate for SDP? Remember?
Right.
How people trooped out. Was there any violence or whatever? Up to tomorrow, that election was said to be the freest and most credible election in the whole of Nigeria and Africa. People queued behind their candidate. Is that not true? Did you hear that anybody was chased and all that? But some people, instead of copying this in and even modifying it, so that particular method can be amplified and then encourage people to go out and vote during the election. Some people came and discarded it and disbanded it. And now, either the option A4 or any other one, we don't even have any now. If not for what has been going on in every election cycle, is there any reason why somebody cannot go and vote? Is there any reason? The answer is no. But because of what has been going on in the past, created by politicians, the same politician will come out tomorrow. Nigerians don't want to vote. There is voter apathy. Nigerians don't like democracy. And Nigerians, they are too lazy to go and vote. They don't like they will be the same person to come and blame you for the problem they created. You can imagine.
Oh, Barrister, interestingly, this morning on the Morning Buzz, we had Dr. Tukor Mustafa, the National Orientation Agency Lagos State Director, come to tell Nigerians and, of course, Lagosians that there's been some on-level communication with the people. But the one thing that seemed really visible, even after this communication, is that people are still not coming out to vote. Is it that the NOA is not doing enough in terms of communication to the people?
David, you can't really blame the people. Is there any election cycle when this type of promises were not made to the people? Mention any election period where the people are told, we are in charge of security. Everybody come and vote. Police will now do show of force, parade in the street, do all manner of things, show of force everywhere to make sure that they give people confidence. And when the people manage to come out according to the promises made to them, what happens? David, what happens? The only thing why you see this semblance of peace now is because nobody, they didn't see anybody to harass. That's the truth. They did not see anybody to harass, so things are going according to their way. So when the man of the orientation man is telling you what promise, the one you made in the past, what happened to them? Because it is said in my village that whenever you are beaten by a snake, when you see the head of a lizard, are you going to wait? You will take off. You will take off without anybody telling you. So people are now becoming wary of elections in Nigeria and in Lagos. They are becoming wary. I said I will not be surprised one day when this election will become, and you will not see anybody. David, you will not see anybody. They will say, whether we vote or we don't vote, do whatever you like. After all, we have seen it in this Lagos. During the last local government election, where somebody was in his house, David, somebody was in, he did not take part in the election, no. They announced his name as the winner in a polling booth. I'm word of it, to be precise. It has happened before. So what happened to that? Did anybody go to court? Did anybody challenge to upturn it? So these are things that the people are looking at. They say, look, what is the essence of wasting time? It has happened severally.
But Barrister, what will be the implication of these kind of action?
Of course. That you are. Look, the implication is that you are losing out. When the international community observe all these things, where do you think they will put you when it comes to democracy? You mean when they are when they are trying to list democratic nations, list those who are upholding democratic tenets, you will be counted? Will you be counted? You will not. And when they put you down, you say these people, they don't like you. It is stage manage. It is hatred. It is this, it is that. But you are the one building all these things. You are the one by your actions and by your utterances. The only reason why this thing is going as smooth as we want it today is it not because there is nobody to harass at the polling unit. David, is that not true? So you want, when they come out tomorrow and say it was free and fair, no problem, no violence, I should clap for them, Abi, when nobody came out to vote. Lagos is the most populated state in this country. So when it comes to voting, the number of voters should be high in this Lagos. It should be high. But look at what is going on. All because of past experiences that has happened severally, not once, not twice, not third time.
Well, another experience that we have as reports here is that somewhere around Orile Agege local government area, we also understand that Lasiec officials were seen carrying election materials to their various polling units, walking, not being escorted by any security official. What, Barrister, do you think is the implication of having these officials carry election materials from where they picked it from to the polling units, from the local government to the polling units?
They will have to tell us the reason for that. Was there no logistic provision for carrying these things? No, is there even any reason for this type of thing? Apart from the risk involved, the mere fact that these officials are carrying this is a heavy load on them. By the time they get to where they are supposed to start their duty, will they not be tired? Tell me. Will they not be tired? And the people that are supposed to even vote, you mean they have not been waiting at that polling unit where they're supposed to have even been sitting before now?
And then, Barrister, let's also talk about the risk, which you tried not to talk about. The risk involved in carrying election materials from local governments to the units where you were appointed to go. Isn't that a bit more concerning that electoral officers are carrying election materials without being escorted by any security official to a polling unit?
You know why that issue of risk is downplayed for now? Because relatively there is peace everywhere. And that is because the people are not coming out. Are you not getting it? There is nobody to start looking whether he will do this or that. It is only during voting and after voting that you now begin to think of who voted for who. And then that is when this ballot snatching and all that will come up. For the people that are carrying voters' materials, even if you went to ambush them and collect it, what are you going to do with it?
Okay.
You will not make any good use of it now because people will see that nothing happened there. So what are you going to do? It is during the voting and after voting that you can now begin to anticipate.
Now, that right now on your screen is Festac town in Lagos, where elections are supposed to also be held. And you can see from the screen there that there are no persons around that polling unit where that election is supposed to be taking place. But you can see very heavy security presence there. I mean, policemen all adorned in their uniform and, of course, carrying arms and trying to protect lives and property. But unfortunately, you cannot find Nigerians who are supposed to go and carry out their civic responsibility. Barrister, you did mention earlier that this is turning out to be very disturbing, where Nigerians would not go out to vote. And here we are in Festac town, a particular polling unit around Festac town, where our correspondent is reporting live from right now, as you see on the screen. There you have that, Matthew Buswada as well. No persons are going out to cast their vote. Barrister.
Unfortunately, results will come out of that polling unit too.
So if the result comes out of the polling unit, Barrister, isn't that...
what will you do? You go and challenge it as if it has not happened before. Look, David, that is my problem. Whenever things are going on, people should not just dismiss it as nothing, because it will come back to haunt all of us. If not that voters have been threatened in Lagos here on several occasions and nobody has reprimanded those who are doing this thing, do you need anybody to tell you what will have happened today? People will come out. True or false? People will come out. All of them are in their homes now, waiting for 3 o'clock to move out. They won't even bother to know who is the chairman or who is the councillor of their citizens. All because of this type of what? Behavior. Behavior that has been institutionalized. It has become institutionalized here in Lagos. And when we say it, they will say you are biased, you are this. Look at the implication. If not that Lagosians are being threatened at every election cycle to do the bidding of one political party or one man or the other, David, do you think that Lagosians will not come out and vote? Especially, look at Festac that is densely populated.
I mean, that's the part that I really wanted you to talk about, because Festac is very, very populated.
And who are the majority people there? I don't want to go that. It is not left for Lagosians and Nigerians to use their tongue and count their teeth. This other place that the vote is going on, human beings are not living there. Is it not human beings that are voting? The other areas are like a barren land. Nobody wants to come out. That is what they want. That is what is going on in Lagos. Meanwhile, all of us are in this Lagos. So we are in this Lagos. We are contributing one way or the other to make Lagos grow. But when it comes to election, they will tell you that you are not needed. Your vote is not important. And they will carry it out. So look at it. Look at it. And when we are saying it, from people who don't understand this, they'll be talking anyhow.
Well, let's also report that we also have on ground some of our correspondents somewhere around Bariga, where, interestingly, the chairman of Bariga Local Council, I'm talking about Kolade Alabi, has casted his vote. And interestingly, he was just about one of the very, very few persons at that particular polling unit, which also talks about low voter turnout in that axis of Lagos, somewhere around Bariga. Again, it goes to say what we've been talking about here, low voter turnout, which is quite disturbing. We just showed you footages from Festac town, where our correspondent Matthew Buswada is reporting from right now, where low voter turnout is also seen in that axis. Barrister, Bariga is also experiencing the same thing as we speak. It's quite a major situation across Lagos. What again can the government do better to speaking to low voter turnout, basically?
You know, when somebody has overreached himself in political manipulations, this is what you see. You know, you may be doing things over the years. People are tolerating it, you'll be using force or whatever, manipulation, intimidations. People will be looking at you. It will come to a point, this type of thing will happen. Even your stronghold, nobody will come out. Because you know why? The person that the people supposed to vote for is not the people that you impose on them. So they will simply stay away.
All right, then, Barrister, you continue your thoughts. I understand that Matthew Ogunswada from Festac right now, but that's where his location is gearing up to speak with us. Matthew, I don't know if you can hear me. Very good morning to you again.
Good morning, David. I can hear you clearly. All right, so this is the Ward 3 in the Amu of area, which is the Festac area, and of course the voters turnout is not really impressive as we expect. I won't call it a form of voter apathy, but it's not the turnout is not impressive as we expect. I'll still speak with some party agents and of course the presiding officer right here, but let me just speak with an electorate right here. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so tell us your voting experience so far.
One of the things I like about it is peaceful, and you vote your choice. So that's what I like about it.
So you feel there are no any form of harassment?
No. And the police are around, so nothing like problem anything.
All right, tell us what inspired you to come and vote today.
One of the things, because you have to make your choice of the people you want to lead you. So that's why we have to come out and vote.
All right, so this is Festac, and I know that Festac is grappling with a whole lot of things. What do you want the chairman or the councillor to do differently, especially now that you have come to cast your vote?
The road, one of the things. We need the road. Most of the roads are bad. So like the 2nd Avenue, 1st Avenue is no-go area. It's only this one route that they take. Most of the time there is traffic. So we need a change. We need things that will benefit the masses. So that's why I have to vote.
All right, so after this, what do you expect?
I will expect action. That's all we want. We want things that will help us to move forward. So that's it.
All right, so that is a voter saying that he expects action, wanting things that would, of course, make the move better as regards the local government election. Thanks so much for speaking to us. But I also have another person that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir. You're live on Voice of the People Television. Tell us your voting experience so far.
So far, the voting was so peaceful and orderly. So I'm very happy the way it was arranged, and people are not harassed. People come and show their willingness to vote, even as this thing was delayed, but at least people came out and vote.
All right, so I know you are a resident of Festac, and I know that you have come to cast your vote for the chairmanship and councillorship position. What do you want to see differently in this area?
Yeah, of course, we want to see a new development because, for example, we have bad roads and issues of electricity. And a lot of things that we want the new chairman to tackle. So we put out to the chairman what he will do. Those are the things for the campaign. I mean, before the campaign, we met one-on-one with them. We told them what we want. That's why we come here to exercise our rights to have a new change.
All right, so as a voter in this election, how would you describe the whole process? Are you satisfied with the whole process? Do you think your vote would count at the end of the day?
Of course it will count. I was telling other people that don't want to vote, let them come out and vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a say. It is your vote that will make you express your desire to have a change in a community. You know, so we've campaigned for that already, and we're telling people all the time to come and not to be arguing. When if government don't do something, this is the right time for you to make a change. You cannot be sitting in a corner and don't want to vote, then you come and be arguing about what government does and what government don't do. This is the right time for you to make a change, and we are campaigning for that all the time.
Thank you. Your name and what you do?
My name is Danladi Ibrahim. I'm a businessman.
All right, that's Mr. Ibrahim telling us why he has come to vote. Of course, I also have another voter right here that will speak to us. But before that, if my camera can pan forward, you would see the presiding officers, the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission presiding officers right here handling the whole process. And of course, we have party agents here. She is representing the Labour Party, and of course, she is representing the All Progressives Congress, APC. I'll still speak to them in a jiffy, but let me just speak to you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, so right here you are here to vote and exercise your franchise for the local government election for chairman and councillorship position. Tell us your expectation.
Actually, this polling booth is not my polling booth. My polling booth is down there, but we do not see any INEC agent. I was living in this Festac before I packed to my house at Amuwu. All the whole polling booth in Amuwu Odofi, Lakeview Phase 2, Phase 1, and some other ones are there along the road. There's no agent there. There's no agent, no single person. Even till now, there's no agent there.
And people and their residents.
People are there waiting for them to come out so they can cast their vote. As I'm talking to you presently, there's nobody there. If you want, I can call. I make a call now. I put a call across. The chairman of the state, Phase 2, is waiting. INEC officials rather. Sorry, it's INEC officials, not the agents. The agents are there, party agents are there, but INEC officials are not there. Police officers are there, but INEC officials are not there. I'm sorry.
What area is that?
Lakeview Phase 2, Phase 1, and moving down to Apple Junction. There's another polling booth there, and there's nobody there. I was driving down from that place to come and cast my vote here.
Okay, do you not think that this place that you have come to cast your vote, your vote will be counted? Because I'm
looking at by this time. What is the time now? This is almost 11:30, and there's no INEC agent. So why is my vote going to count? The thing is, it's already fourth have been issued. There's a fourth already have been issued. So how can it count? By this time we are not voting. There are a lot of people that are waiting. They are not voting. So something is wrong somewhere.
All right, so what do you want to see differently in Festac area as regards this local government election? I know that you have actually given us a cardinal demand which would be addressed. We hope the government address that area and make sure that a lot of people are able to vote in that area. But what do you want to be addressed in Festac?
To improve, like what I'm seeing now, I'm not seeing the efficiency of the INEC in this issue now. To improve their working or improve the INEC effort for people to cast their vote. That is first and foremost. Then they put the right person by the will of people, not by the will of government. That's what I expect. By the will of the people, that's what we're expecting.
All right, thank you so much. Your name, sir?
Mr. Oloba is my name.
All right, of course, Mr. Oloba is telling us that a whole lot of things should be done in that area, especially in this Festac area, and to make sure that the government address the INEC, rather the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission, and by extension, the Independent National Electoral Commission should address the voter registration procedure in that area. But let me just speak with the Labour Party agent right here. Morning, ma.
Morning.
All right, tell us your experience so far. You are a party agent, Labour Party agent. Tell us your role in today's election.
Okay, my role in today's election is just to see how the voting is going, to see how peaceful the place is. But as far as I'm concerned, everywhere is peaceful, everywhere the voting is going fine and smooth.
All right, so are there any guidelines or procedures that you are giving to people that want to vote for Labour Party in today's election?
No. We are not allowed to tell them what to do. No, they should just cast their votes. We are not allowed to tell them what to do. Our own is just to see what is happening.
So would you be in to the end of the day?
You said?
Will you be in to the end of the day?
Yes.
All right, so that is a Labour Party a Labour Party spokesperson. Good morning, sir. Would you mind speaking to us on Voice of the People Television? We know you have just casted your vote. Tell us your experience so far.
I saw the serene, the atmosphere is calm and peaceful. So I just cast my vote now to my preferred candidate.
All right, what do you want to see differently?
All is well. All is well compared to the previous one. So I believe that things will get more better when it comes to 2027 for presidential and the main election. And we expect to see much more better till then.
All right, thank you so much. That is just the situation right here in Festac. You can see, of course, a lot of people. Thank you so much. So a lot of people right here, a lot of security presence, but we'll continue to also monitor these developments closely, provide you with further updates.
Oh, well, there you have it. Matthew, thank you so very much for that insightful report. Barrister, you heard the man who came to cast his vote talking about Lasiec officials not being on ground, and this is almost 12 o'clock for an election that, of course, the curfew is going to end by 3 o'clock. And the people are there waiting for them in the Amuwodofi axis of Lagos. What do you think is attributed to this, really?
Thank God. You see, that is the essence of this on-the-spot assessment of what is going on. At least, that man's voice will be made reference to in future. Is that not true? When the occasion calls for it. Now, I was thinking maybe somebody will call now from that place and contradict that man. But the man was so sure. For him to drive all the way
to the new polling
to where he can vote. You can imagine the effort that man has made. That means if he didn't have a mobility, do you think he would have done that?
He would have been disenfranchised.
Good. David, you can see what I'm talking about. That is, without even leaving the studio, they have confirmed what I've been saying here. If that man doesn't have mobility, he wouldn't have casted any vote today. Now look at the other people, hundreds or thousands of people he left behind in his area. What would they do? And now tell me, if this thing is not deliberate, tell me what is the problem?
There's even the possibility, Barrister, that he is not an accredited voter
Voter in
that particular place.
In that place, exactly. Since he drove all the way to that, that means I don't know whether his name will be in that particular area. But for one reason or the other, he may vote. If his party is in the good book of those that be, the power that be, he will vote. But look at what you are talking about, David. Look at what we are talking about. Tell me that this thing is not deliberate now. Because
you think it's deliberate, Barrister? You think it's deliberate?
No, it is not. David, it's not. You see that Festac, we have brought the officials in the other radio station, where they lamented the level of neglect in that area, especially their roads. Where they lamented the level of neglect. Now, let me advise Nigerians. It's true they are doing local government election in Lagos. I'm sure others say we do their own. But please, don't expect too much from your local government chairman. David, Nigerians, listen and listen good. Don't expect so much from them.
Why are you saying this, Barrister? Why are you saying this now?
Good. David, since the Supreme Court ruled or gave a judgment in favor of local government chairman having financial autonomy, mention one state that has implemented it, including Lagos State. Mention one state that has implemented that Supreme Court, the highest court in our land, that judgment in favor of local government funds. Mention one state that have implemented it. As I talk to you today, over 4 trillion naira of Lagos local government funds are in the hands of these different governors of the states in Nigeria. 4 trillion that was meant to go to local government State governments are holding it up to today, 1 year after the Supreme Court ruled.
What would you attribute that to, Barrister?
And now you are fighting to elect local government chairman. What would they do? David, what would they do if they enter office? What would they do? Do they have any funds to even work? Is it not when they were giving funds that you cannot add them to account? They just give them money for salary, and that's all. What do you want them to do? So when people are talking, that's why I don't follow the crowd though in my own analysis. You say local government, well, did you give them money to work? It is when you give them money, then you not add them to account. That is the truth. You took their money and pocketed it, and you want them to go and perform magic. Can you just imagine? So all these things that we are doing today is just to fulfill all righteousness. When the local government chairman come in, nobody gives them fund to work. David, is that not so sad? With all the effort and everything, they won't have any money to work. And you will be here blaming them. All the local government roads are bad. Kiniko. Did you give them money? That is the first question. Is it not money they used to work? The state governors have pocketed their money. And they are not even making any hint about it.
So why do you think that people are not holding their state governors accountable?
Really? But to those people who think that they are very clever, they can't deceive me. They'll be telling you, hold the government account, hold your local government on what? What are you holding them account for? The man at the helm of affairs, the federal government, what have they done with their own funds? Is it not when the federal government perform, then it will trickle down to the state governor, then it will trickle down to the local government? David, is that not true? So when you, who is collecting the lion's share, we don't know where the money is going, how can you now blame the governors and the local government chairmen? How can you? But to gullible Nigerians, they will not look at where the problem is coming from. Every time, guys, heard their governors account. Nobody is asking how much is coming to them. Nobody is asking that question. You only hear that more allocation is going to the state. How much is that more allocation? How much? How much is that? This one now that they have taken, the governors have taken the local government funds. Who is talking about it? Who is talking about it? So when all these people are saying, we are going to work, when we come in, we'll do this, I say, look at. He will not even tell them where the money will come from. The people that were here before you, and they failed, you think they want to fail? No, it's because there is no money to work. The money is in private pockets. Money that belongs to the people is in private pockets.
All right then, Barrister, looking at this conversation surrounding voter apathy that we've experienced so far across some parts of Lagos, do you think that going into the next election, the general elections basically, this might just be the fate of Nigerians again? Or are we expecting something different because it's going to be a governorship and the presidential election in 2027? It
is left for you, Lagosians. I know that the day the right people are voted into office, it will change. I know. Take, for example, Abia State. That state was the worst state in the whole of Nigeria before the last election when Lasiec came into office. Look at the difference. But when we are telling the people, vote the right people into office, they will bring tribal, religious, and ethnic sentiment.
All right then.
Thinking that will help them. When you vote the right people without any of these things, it will help you. You will enjoy it. The progress being made in Abia today, is it for any particular group or persons? No, everybody is talking about it.
All right then. Well, Barrister, let's go back to Matthew, who is very much ready again to give us more report from where he is right now. Matthew, once again, let's have you.
Thank you so much, David. All right, so this is another polling unit in Festac, Amu of local government area. And of course, there are a lot of voters that have been here earlier to exercise their franchise, but according to them, they said INEC officers are not here yet. And of course, it's glaring because we can see that INEC officers are not here yet. Of course, I spoke to some people, but some people had left. But I have one or two people that would like to speak to us. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. You are live on Voice of the People Television. Tell us how long you have been here.
I've been here for like 30 minutes. It seemed I didn't come early because I kind of envisaged that they were going to come late. So I've been here for like 30 minutes, and true to my thoughts, they are not here.
All right, so tell us, you were telling us about the background of this place, why you have INEC officials as at this time not yet here.
Okay, so I think the last time we voted, that was for the presidential election, they kind of divided because we were plenty here, or this voting. Yeah, this specific, yeah. So divided us, they put some other people there the last time. So, but everybody voted. They just divided this polling booth into two, here and just down this 112 road. So, but I mean, that should continue, but they are not here. They are not here. They are not also there.
Oh, there's also another place apart from.
Yes, there's also.
And you've been there as well?
No, I've not gone there, but people that are going there, they said they are not there yet.
All right, so
there are people that came from that area.
And of course, this is not encouraging.
Yeah, it's not encouraging at all. It's not encouraging.
Tell us what you want to see differently in Festac as regards this.
I mean, this is something that we should take seriously, and I expect that when we say we are here to perform our civic duties, the people involved should be here early.
Yeah.
They should be early because, I mean, and they want to, they said they gave a timeline from, I think, 8 to 3 p.m. And this is, this is to 12. Yeah, this is to 12, and they're not here. So how long do they want us to, are they still going to observe that 8 to 3 p.m.? If they eventually come, when they come, what time are they going to come? Will they be able to, will they make up for the time that they've lost? So, I mean, they should, when they give a timeline, we should stick to the timeline.
So what do you plan on doing?
I don't know. I'm going to go home. I'll go home,
but
then
at least it's
probably
written
come
in
back.
the record that
Yes, that I showed up.
tried.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'll come back to you in a moment. So, sir, you were the one that told us that because you weren't able to vote here, you decided to come to that place. And so tell us your experience here, why you decided to leave earlier.
Well, I've been voting here for up to 3 seasonal elections. And a state governorship election, or the other elections. I've been voting. This is my polling booth. The last time he said was we are shared owing to 2, down there, and another polling booth was here. Look at it. Okay, you can see another polling booth. There's another polling booth here, but nobody is there. So the camera can take it. Yes. There's no polling. There's no person. There's no government.
There are 2 different polling booths.
Yes, in this place, and there's some other one there. But everybody voted at that time. But in this case now, it seems there are some people that want to disfranchise, not to vote. And likewise, I said, you can see I was touching my phone, and I called over there. They're still not there. Okay. I called Lakeview phase 1, and there are some other polling booths. Nobody is there. So I feel it's a deliberate act anyway.
So do you think that this will lead to maybe a form of rigging, or do you think they will count the?
Of course.
Are you saying they will count the votes of this place? That's why that people didn't vote.
I wouldn't know. I can't preempt anything, but I'm telling you now, that is what it looks like. If I can't vote here, then some other people cannot vote. Then a lot of people must have been defranchised. I have been here for over 1 hour 30 minutes. I left. I come back.
All right, I'll come back to you. Good.
We are waiting to see what will happen at the end of the day. By the time they begin to count results, we will see whether the results for this one, that there is nobody here, will come out. That is by the time they begin to count.
All right. A lot of people are actually expressing. Good morning, ma. Good morning, ma. All right.
Yeah, good morning.
Tell us your experience so far.
Actually, what I believe that, based on the division, I am not siding anybody, you understand, but exactly, but based on my observation, because the last time it was INEC, not Lasiec. Are you getting me? In my own point of view, because I voted yeah. Are you getting me? Fine. Because based on the division, because the crowd on this 038 was so much, and they make us understand that they had to split it. So I felt Lasiec people might not be aware of that, and that could lead to their own delay. But I believe they are still on their way, and we are still here, and every one of us here would definitely cast our votes.
So tell us, how long have you been here?
It has not been long. He met me here, and I gave him numbers too, because I was writing the numbers for them to make everything go easily. So when they come, their work should be much easier. Yeah. So that is just it. So we should just please and exercise patience, because I believe they have every other location to also sort out. So I see no.
All right, let's get to hear your experience, man. So far, you have been casting your vote here, and you are here to cast your vote, and of course, nobody is here yet.
Nobody is here. That we have been calling people to come and vote. We gave them number to vote. They said they are coming, but they asked me whether they have come. I said no. That's it.
All right. So what do you want to see differently?
Eh?
What do you want to see differently?
They said they are coming. We have called them. They said they are coming. I don't know another thing again.
All right. So as at now, they said they are coming, and of course, they are here to be here. Let's just get your final thoughts as a Nigerian and as a Lagosian that have come to exercise your franchise today. And as at this time, the Lasiec officials are not here yet. Yeah. What do you want to see differently, or what do you think should be done right, to avoid something like this in the future? Because according to him, he said it's not the first time he's voting here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a very simple thing. There's a timeline. Let's stick to the timeline. It was the same thing the last time we came here to vote. They came late. Why? They should come. There's a timeline. So let's. I mean, it's something that is rampant in this part of our world, where we are always late, and it shouldn't be. There's a timeline for things to be done. Let's stick to it.
Thank you. All right, the name of this place again?
I think this is, well, I don't know. This polling booth is 112 Road, Church of Pentecost.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 112 Road, Church of Pentecost, where, of course, Lasiec officials are yet to arrive as at this time we are speaking to you. And, of course, a lot of voters have expressed their displeasure, saying that Lasiec official, rather, should make sure that they stick to time at all points in time. Of course, that's the situation right now from Festac in another area, in another polling booth in Festac. We'll continue to also monitor these developments closely and, of course, provide you with further updates. Yeah, that's just it. Thank you.
No, she's not.
All right, then. Thank you so very much, Matthew, for that one. Well, again, some persons are still hopeful that the Lasiec officials are going to go to that particular Church of Pentecost ward to, help carry out their vote. But then let's still come back to you, Barrister. You had the electors there who are saying that they are hoping that these people come and they cast their vote. And then some other persons are saying, look, we should be patient and look forward to these guys coming. With this mixed reaction, do you think Nigerians would want to, again, go through this rigorous of electing their next officials?
David, it may not be possible. That means if we are looking at waiting for a credible election in Nigeria or in Lagos State, that means you are waiting for Godot. That's the truth. You are waiting for Godot, and you are going to wait for a long time. Because if after 25 years, we have not gotten it right, especially in Lagos, with all the fanfare, all the hoopla about Lagos State being the center of excellence, then what else are you expecting from other states? No, look at it yourself. What else are you expecting from other states? Look, by the time is 1 o'clock, these people now manage to come. I am sure half of those waiting for them would have gone home. Is that not true? They can't wait forever. They would have gone home. And then the few there may not even finish voting until 3 o'clock. They will close shop and tell you they are going. Elections are over.
Is there a possibility, Barrister, that we can blame this on logistics and
no, leave logistics.
Not man-made?
No, leave logistics alone, please.
You think it's not logistics?
I know it can't be. I don't actually hear. there is free movement of party vehicles and officials.
Right.
Nobody is moving out. No vehicular traffic. So what else could be the hold up on the part of Lasiec? Tell me. The road is free. You can move from point A to point B in a jiffy. So when you say logistics work. These other places that things are going on smoothly. Is it not from the same Lasiec head office that they took their materials from? No, tell me. Or do we have two Lasiec in Lagos? Is it not one? This logistics would have sorted. After all, you are looking at the 20 local government. They are not so big and so cumbersome. So what is that thing that could cause the delay, especially in some areas where you know the people that are staying there? Why must he be there? Why must he be in such areas? So when something is obvious, you don't need to push it. You know, some people, they want to put words in your mouth to know what you are going to say. Me, I will not say it. Let their conscience judge them. If these things are not deliberate, if it is deliberate, let their conscience judge them. Do you know my happiness? When rain falls, it will fall on all of us, the good, the bad, and the ugly. David, Festac, is it not part of Lagos State?
It is.
Does the Festac belong to Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa? So when any visitor come and go there, will they blame the Igbo or the Hausa or the Yoruba people that are living there? No. They will say, is it not part of Lagos? Why is Lagos like this? You know, that's the first impression. The visitor will not start looking for the tribe that are living there, the major tribe or what. No. They will look at, first of all, this is part of Lagos, a very big hub for Lagos, where they are paying land use charge and all that, and ground rent. So the shame will be on Lagos State, not on any individual or any tribe. That is one of the irony of this. So when you think that you are dealing or cheating some people, you are cheating yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
All right then, Barrister, let's talk to the path where just yesterday it was reported that 13 political parties rejected the peace accord. As of course, the residents go to polls today. If 13 political parties, amongst the political parties registered, are rejecting the peace accord, in other words, they cited discrepancies in all of the first off registration and all modalities that has to do with preparation to the election. Do you think that also contributed to the fact that party faithfuls chose not to come out?
Exactly. These are part of it, yes. Because the success of any endeavor starts from what? Preparation. The initial steps. If you get it wrong, ab initio, it may be difficult for the other part of the venture to succeed. This is not the first time opposition party in Lagos have cried out against how Lasiec conduct election in Lagos State. This is not the first time. You and I know that. But was any lesson learned? No. Was any preparation made to address those concerns? No. They believe that they are empowered. Whether the other people like it or not, it doesn't matter. Is that what you call free and fair election? Something you deliberately caused and created. Then you want the other person to accept it and agree with you. It's not possible. If the thing is credible from the beginning, everybody will embrace it now. You don't have any need to complain. But when you start doing all those pranks, all those shenanigans that will give you victory at the end of the election, right, why do you think other parties will now follow what you are doing? They will simply stay away because you have already planned everything. So if they take part now, of what use? As a matter of fact, they decided from what they saw from the beginning, whether they follow or not, they will lose. So when election has gone down this low in Lagos, Yeah, David, what other sources are you talking about? Tell me, what other sources? Simple thing like election, where people are supposed to go and vote in a free and fair election, where opposition parties should be allowed to campaign with the ruling party. Do you know that the opposition party did not campaign in Lagos? Are you aware? No poster, no nothing. They were not allowed. All their posters were pulled down.
Oh well.
And those who try, like the guests we had here,
yes,
they were pulled down. So the people don't even know if there is any opposition. If they don't even know, maybe those that belong to other parties, they don't even know their councillors and their chairmen because their posters were not seen.
Oh well, Barrister, because
why would they follow and contest the election when they did not campaign?
Well, again, like we always would promise here, we would be giving you all of the footages, and of course, maybe if we can get to see some polling units that elections are ongoing. It is, of course, the Lagos State Local Government Elections 2025 studios right here at Voice of the People Television. We will leave you with some of the footages of some of our correspondents out there on the streets who have been sending us footages of what is happening in some locations all across Lagos State. And we hope that you stay with us and enjoy every single bit of it. But of course, if you've not gone out to cast your vote and you're residents in Lagos, we would urge you to go carry out your civic responsibilities, because that is what you have as your power when it comes to the government and you. Well, of course, on behalf of myself and of course Barrister, who is still here with us, I want to say just stay with us and let's continue enjoying awesome broadcasting right here on Voice of the People Television.
See my voters card, See my voters card,
ó fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ ni àwa tá a fọ́ bá yín jẹ ní aṣọ.
ọlọmọba tó ń gbá káàkiri àbúrúkọ tó ń jẹ kiri báwo jẹ àbúrò mi jẹ.
ẹ lè lọ́wọ́ dá fèsì bí àwa tá a fi aṣọ kù jẹ. ẹ lè lọ́wọ́ dá fèsì. wọ́n máa rí mi ké.
Sule.
ibi àtọ́fà ní the red one. èyí tó ní tẹ̀sán.
Chairman. Okay, that's what give me. Okay.
This is 042 Permanent Avenue, very close to Mushi SCDA. They say this is, okay, Mushi local government. This is for the chairman. The yellow bus is for the chairman. And the blue, is it blue? Green. The green one is for the councillor. And you see our very, very respected senior citizen, visually impaired person, is being guided according to Lasiec. They say they can be assisted to cast their vote. The man is going to cast his vote now because yes, you may see someone that is accepted because is a person with visual issue, so he can be assisted for him to cast his vote. Okay. So no, don't worry. If you are looking, so it's being assisted by his son, and for him to be able to exercise his franchise. So if you are there, and if a visually impaired person can come and exercise their franchise, you are not casting your vote, then you are part of Nigeria problem. So you just have to come out here, and if you live around Mushi, Palm Avenue, and you have to come out and cast your vote. Anywhere you are, you have to go and exercise your franchise. This 042 Permanent Avenue, very close to Mushi SCDA. They say this is okay. Mushi local government. This is for the chairman. The yellow bus is for the chairman, and the blue is it blue green? The green one is for the councillor. And you see our very respected senior citizen, visually impaired person, is being guided according to Lasiec. They say they can be assisted to cast their vote. The man is going to cast his vote now because yes, you may see someone that is accepted because is a person with visual issue, so he can be assisted for him to cast his vote. Okay. So no, don't worry. If you are looking, so it's being assisted by his son, and for him to be able to exercise his franchise. So if you are there, and if a visually impaired person can come and exercise their franchise, you are not casting your vote, then you are part of Nigeria problem. So you just have to come out here, and if you live around Mushi, Palm Avenue, and you have to come out and cast your vote. Anywhere you are, you have to go and exercise your franchise. This is Mushi local government. Okay, this Mushi local government here in Mushi local government here in Lagos. I think a lot of them are preparing to go to the various polling units so that people can actually exercise their franchise today for Lagos local government election in Lagos. See, the officials, they are set to go, and I saw a place where they are casting their vote there. There's a place they are casting their vote. So yes, this is still Mushi local government. See, they are set to move to various units or polling units. This is a place they are casting their vote here. This 042 Permanent Avenue, very close to Mushi SCDA. They say this is okay. Mushi local government. This is for the chairman. The yellow bus is for the chairman, and the blue is it blue green? The green one is for the councillor. And you see our very respected senior citizen, visually impaired person, is being guided according to Lasiec. They say they can be assisted to cast their vote. The man is going to cast his vote now because yes, you may see someone that is accepted because is a person with visual issue, so he can be assisted for him to cast his vote. Okay. So no, don't worry. If you are looking, so it's being assisted by his son, and for him to be able to exercise his franchise. So if you are there, and if a visually impaired person can come and exercise their franchise, you are not casting your vote, then you are part of Nigeria problem. So you just have to come out here, and if you live around Mushi, Palm Avenue, and you have to come out and cast your vote. Anywhere you are, you have to go and exercise your franchise. This is Mushi local government. Okay, this is Mushi local government here in Mushi local government here in Lagos. I think a lot of them are preparing to go to the various polling units so that people can actually exercise their franchise today for Lagos local government election in Lagos. See, the officials, they are set to go. And I saw a place where they are casting their vote there. There's a place they are casting their vote. So, yes, this is still Mushi local government. See, they are set to move to various units or polling units. This is a place they are casting their vote here. They are casting their vote here, so you see it. Let me find out the polling unit. Okay, see people here. See, this is a queue. This is a queue here in Mushi. Let me find out the unit. Hello, madam. How is it? How is it going? Okay, what is this unit or polling unit? 042. Okay, this is 042 here in Mushi, very close to Mushi local government secretariat. The people are here exercising their franchise already, and the whole environment is very calm. It's very, very calm. There is no issue. The people are just exercising their franchise. So I think we wish it to be like this almost everywhere in Lagos.
All right, we are at the polling unit 003, which is the
Thank you.